Yo, as usual, really good time for people to come in for whatever reason. We talk about a few things. I don't know how long I feel like doing tonight, but yeah, there's a few things to talk about. So yeah, something I don't know. A lot of people don't touch down on and everything else. It's just another little notch post as far as I'm concerned. Maybe a little talk of some other crimes. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not in the mood for bullshit tonight, so yeah, be respectful, or I'll have to go punch you and kick you out the fucking door. Yippee motherfuckers, and all that jazz. I'm not as happy either at the moment in time. So yeah, it's like insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, somehow expecting a different outcome, and having to do all over again and again and again and again. No, it's yeah, it's like some people will basically be victimized over and over and over and over for God knows how long time. Somebody's working and milking the system. You know how it goes. I thought everybody was watching Cuba. I was a bit jumping up. So. All right, well, yeah, like I said, tonight we're going to talk about Kegan Klein's alibi. And not just his alibi, but certain other things caught my attention. And, you know, little things that I've been trying to dig a little bit more into and stuff like that. And really just, I got to re verify some of this stuff and whatever. But yeah, that's just because I want to be honest with the whole fact. You know, Mark Keegan was supposedly at the day, his known alibi, how they supposedly knew where he was, what he was having to supposedly doing at the time, whose place on, I think it was Bicycle Road or some stupid shit like that. The address that he was at, he had, as far as I remember, a couple of relatives live on this fucking road. A lot of people just refer to it as a. Don't get mad because my voice sounds sexier than yours. Blame God, okay? Just say, blame fucking God. I mean, for God's sakes, I got the short end of the stick of it. Basically, damn near every fucking thing, so at least I can have a half-ass presentable voice. I guess. Really, I honestly hate my voice. So it is what it is. I already told you, bro. You need to clip your eyebrows. Those aren't bangs. Yes, it's just a unibrow that's growing in there. That's all that is. But yeah, I don't know who all is always the large number of lurkers. It always makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside, knowing the full fact that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, somebody has to keep tabs on what the fuck I'm doing and talking about. Makes me just feel giddy. Yeah. But as I was saying, yeah, I'm going to refer to this person, which if you don't know who it is, well, once again, how are you in Delphi? Just uh, well, honestly, since everybody's so used to, dirty mouth and everything else, should we just call him Titty? 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 We can call him Titty. It's close, right? To his initials, at least. And I don't know. I had some weird thoughts that I had processed in my head, like some of the things that were going around rumor wise around all that time. No, no, no. I like, well, the lurkers. Yeah. Who knows? I'm getting all kinds of weird fans all of a sudden lately. People are like, "Are you gonna go live?" And I'm like, why is there always somebody that stops in the middle of everything and like late at night and just goes, "Hey, are you going live?" It's like, uh, hmm. But hey, I mean, if that's the caliber of my lurkers, then fuck, bro. Seriously, y'all gotta stop this or become less popular because I can't go around telling everybody I'm irrelevant with that kind of shit. Okay, just saying. I like to prefer to be the most unknown motherfucker, most unknown known motherfucker in Delphi. I'd like to keep it that way, damn it. Unsubscribe. No. No, I put it on here. But as I said, Kegan and Klein was supposedly at Kitty's house. And like I said, there's a few things I need to verify and all this other stuff, but somehow, somewhere, I came across a weird fact. Once again, it needs to be verified. I've heard that this person also was like the father or something of this questionable child that's been brought up many times in Kegan Klein's little conversations that Rebecca Ann, I think it was her name. I'm not entirely sure if that's entirely true. Like I said, it was a quick glance. I saw something at the very end right before I decided to go live. Fuck it. But yeah, bicycle something road. Pretty sure there's another word there, but yeah, fuck it. This is the whole point of certain things by the police. Not, you would think since Kegan Klein is basically a pedophile and everything else that, the whole fact that we basically base his alibi on the fact that his phone's being used to look at porno at his cousin's house. Well, I mean, I don't know. Give us a little information on the porno. I mean, come on. Is it Keegan's style? Is it his kink? It'd be nice to have a little bit of information, I guess. That is the alibi. You don't have to like it. You don't have to go over it. But that is the fact that is literally Kegan Klein's alibi. It's true though. Am I wrong or am I right? His literal alibi, as supposed at the time of the murders, he was on whatever road at Kitty's house, looking at dirty stuff on his phone, straight up through and through. No, no, they said adult material. I remember when it was originally reported to everybody, he was supposedly on a website or some shit like that, looking at actual adult videos. Are you sure of that? You're positive? Because I know that you automatically think of CSAM when you think of Kegan Klein, but I could have swore the first 50,000 times I heard it, it was fucking adult material. And there's a wide difference between adult material and CSAM. Just, but yeah, I don't know too much about Titty Boy. I do know that he's had arrests before, but only for simple things like DUIs and shit like that. Although there's quite a few members of the extended Klein family that have a child uh, bad bad charges against them. I remember I actually tipped one in, believe it or not. I think it was a different cousin of fucking Kegan and Tony or whatever. Tall, skinny motherfucker. What's his name? Jeff. I think it was Jeff or Josh or something. But who's Titty Boy? Okay, take the word titty. What letter do you see most commonly right next to each other? TT, right? That would be Travis, because he won at grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? So we know damn well he won at grandma's house. But yeah, the only other, yeah, Travis. I mean, I think I can get away with saying the first name and not identifying the last name, but it should be enough for you to get what I'm talking about. And it's long been associated by, I think, the address and everything that his phone pinged at that he would have been at Travis's house. And that's another one of those common places where Kegan would frequent in the rare situation that he actually got the fuck out of his house. Well, his dad's house. And it's like, it's kind of weird in its own way. I would have to see what other instances, what pops up, what he would do in the same frequency or range when he was there the other times, I guess, or something like that. But it just seems like they're doing something or somebody's doing something to make sure, oddly, I mean, if you're gonna leave your house, the sanctity, what's the place that Superman jerks off in? The Palace of Fortitude or some shit. I think, right? Yeah. So who leaves the fucking Palace of Fortitude just to go over to somebody else's house? And it's just weird, in its own way. In fact, we already know here he looked at the address for the marathon for whatever reason. Kind of weird. He had no intentions to go fucking out there. Actually, hmm. Which part? No, I know exactly for a fact that he was at Travis's house. So he was supposed to be looking at adult material. Now, I guess it's corn. You might be right on the whole what type of corn, but I almost remember it quite well being recorded as adult material. I really do. And Travis did indeed live on bicycle, whatever the fuck it was, road. And we do know that road is where Kegan's basic alibi is for that time. No, see, you are just impervious to trying to prove me wrong because yeah, just it's like ripping a toenail off just to hear you say the words. Okay, Charles, this time you're correct. Yeah, if you're gonna make it sound that violent every single time that happens, you're gonna run out of toenails really, really fast. Just and it's just like I don't know, and it's weird. Like I said, why do you get to take off from your house? And yeah, I get it. I mean, I'm not sure if Travis maybe possibly lived with grandma. I don't know. I'm not going to need to know none of that stuff. Other weird shit like, um, I don't know. I would probably advise damn near everybody not to take a polygraph for this, that, and the other. But then again, I would also tell you never talk to the police without a lawyer present, and I've done that many, many times. So, uh, I'm probably the kind of idiot that would tell you not to do it as advice, but end up doing the dumb shit myself because I somehow think I'm a little bit higher educated or something than the people that are questioning, or cocky, arrogant, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know if the cops ask me of all things in front of my significant other to take a polygraph or something like that in regards to two fucking kids being murdered, I'd probably be dumb enough to take it because I would be so probably gung ho that I would just be like, I know why I didn't fucking do it, so I'm going to do it. Take the fucking test. You know? Not very bright, by the way. Now, see, if Fishy doesn't reappear in quick, drastic, fast amount of time, that would be your logical way of fathoming that I am correct. So yeah, I mean, so it doesn't mean much of anything. Because, like I said, advice-wise, I'd tell you not to do it. I myself, I'm stupid. I'll do it. It is what it is. Oh, come on, Fishy. Don't act like you ain't got that Google fucking flexing right now. Going tapping flexy miles for fucking words per minute, trying to sit there and just like, I knew it! It was C7, Charles! Okay, well, cool. It's still considered adult material, so. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, not having a great day. I was almost contemplating. Yeah, I'm still contemplating. I'm literally debating whether to completely turn chats off on my, comments done. So they might try that or something. And hmm, I think I'm gonna have to reconstruct the whole mod kind of thing. Or something. I don't know. I got some stuff I got to work on. Just throw out there. Shit like that. I know a lot of creators, and how do I put this in the best way possible? I guess erosion creator wise. So let's be hypothetical. 90% of the people that probably come to my channel that aren't lurkers and trolls, that I don't know, it's bad upon me. Oh well, but the other people are part of this brigade that after finding the truth about Rick Allen and believe he's innocent and all this other stuff, and then they want to get him off and all this other stuff. And it's kind of tough because the majority of those are women, and nothing wrong with that, mind you. But it's like weirdly we find ourselves in a situation where a man's being basically accused by a woman, multiple women, mind you, of committing a very twisted crime in itself. And I see a lot of fight for somebody like that or whatever. You know, oh Lord, is there some crackheads up there fighting again? Can y'all hear this? Should I go outside? Maybe we can listen to them scream at each other. What do y'all think? Well, see, here's the issue, okay? At what line do you sit there and say, hey, we're going to support the women and what they say, this and that, the other, without a second shadow of doubt, and this, that, and the other? And at one point, you just sit there and say, no, this person's got to be innocent. He's a good person, and all this other crap. Where's the line drawn when it comes to that? Just asking, wondering how that goes. Because I'm, not even get off topic, honestly. I find myself a lot more lately in the same situations I found myself before. And it's like, in its own way, you think to yourself, everybody kind of must automatically assume that you're some fucking demon devil piece of shit fucking asshole or whatever. It's like, why not just maybe if they saw what that was like, maybe they would misunderstand the whole thing. You know, it seems to be a lot of the same type of people making the same type of accusations in the same sort of exact way, and going about the same exact roundabout ways of trying to do so in the first place. And it's getting to the point where, I'm probably gonna have to remove the need for not mods at all, and just completely remove the chat and all this other stuff because it's either I try to actually think that I care about the whole thing, but then when they want to sit there, I don't like the easy face, and yeah, then people just make snap judgments and stuff and just you did this. Oh, really? Did you think of saying, hey, can you show me what you're talking about before I go all gung ho and fucking say this person did all this? No, that's weird. It's just, well, it is what it is. So if at some point, you start coming in here for whatever weird, crude, topics and stuff, whether it be Delphi or not, that I decided to be talking about, and you see there's a magical block and you can't no longer click the thing with the cats and all that other stuff. Yeah, because I'm killing 50 birds with one stone. No longer do I have to worry about asshole trolls. No longer would I have to worry about uh, liars and bullshitters and everything else. And people just jumping the gun. It's like, hey, how about, you give somebody the same leap of faith that you seem to so magically give fucking Richard out. Just say. Just say. I mean, hell, you know me. You don't even know that motherfucker. Just saying. But yeah, there's a ton of different things. I don't know. I just feel like randomly because somebody asked me to go live, so I'm gonna get back to my random fucking topics shit about this crime. I mean, honestly, I consider just talking about a whole other crime, a multiple crimes, this, that, and the other stuff. But who am I talking about? Pixies and fairies and dragons' tails. Nothing important. As always, I have a target on my back. So, as you all know, I'm fucking Charles. I'm fucking dastardly and fucking incomprehensible, and I fucking do horrendous things to people. Wahahaha. Kitties. You know how it goes. And like I said, I wasn't even sure if I was going to go live. I was going to sit there and think about it and this and that and third. But at the same time, apparently everybody likes talking about Delphi. Even though I got about 5 bajillion cases in my head that I can just process and just flap out at any moment in time. Fun fact, Charles never uses notes or anything. There's no screen in front of me telling me what to say. There's no script. There's no, folder, file, or something in front of me that has all these magical statistics and facts and everything else. I randomly just pulled it out of my ass. Isn't that great? Well, not out of my ass, but But yeah, the fact of where he was at that day, what he was doing, and all that other stuff, it almost seems a little peculiar in the simple fact of, it's something somebody would do if they just wanted to make sure that it looked like they were somewhere else. No, yeah, but you don't worry about that. We don't know. It's me. I mean, it could be numerous fucking people at this point. And then we have these creators that don't know a fucking thing about the whole, how things seem to go around here and stuff like that. But it's weird as hell when I have friends of mine and stuff like that come on here and do interviews and shit. They're sneakily having chats and all this other stuff. But hey, you pick what you choose. Blah blah blah. I've got 9 days left before I leave this hellhole. And other weird facts and shit like that. As I said, Rick Allen did the fucking turn down the polygraph. I, like I said, I advised that person to do so. A lawyer would probably advise them to do so as well, but at the same time, it's one of those weird details. Don't make you look too worse, but at the same time, it's not exactly making you look better. Yes, I'm leaving Florida in 9 days. Forever. No, I'm leaving Florida. Not leaving Florida because I gotta get my cats. my truck, and at some point, I can go back or hire somebody to drive it where I happen to be at the time. Which oddly, I have the initial state that I'm going to. I know exactly where I'm going, but from that point, I've got so much trouble to get into, and hornet's nest to kick over. This whole sitting behind a keyboard and doing all this fucking mumbo jumbo bullshit. And be like, I am the guy behind the keyboard. I don't play the best of boss very well, as you can see. It's not my style. In fact, like I said, everybody I first met, I first started coming on the internet when I was like 13, 14 years old. Um, Imagine me now, far more mean, much, much meaner behind you. I was a fucking terror. And I would fucking just purposely drive everybody fucking nuts in a million different ways. And you would get these fools that get all so like, oh, huffy puppy and shit. It's just like, I'm gonna kick your ass. And it's like, all right, bruh, where you want to meet? What? I said, where you want to meet? You're like 14. I'm like, I know. Where you want to meet, dog? I'll meet you at the Taco Bell up there on Palm Beach. How about that? You're gonna show him like, all right, bro. All right. But see, you know what? Oh, what's wrong, Fishy? You don't want to talk about things? Well, good night. And like I said, I needed a starting point for when I decided to leave. So it seemed like a good enough place and a place to go. And that would be Canada, because I'm gonna go fucking stalk Shibby for a while and fucking just drive him nuts a little bit, so he stays balder just a little bit longer. See, the whole purpose of this is to drop off the brig and make myself vanish, because it's no fun if everybody knows what's gonna happen in advance. You gotta play sneaky sneaky. I'm not very good or not very accustomed to the whole sneaky kind of stealth kind of thing. So we're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. All right, that's what I'm gonna make them. But yeah, back to I guess the topic of Delphi. No, certain instances like what's up with the Tennessee fucking sheriff's department putting up the claim that they spotted a bridge guy in Tennessee in 2018, and I like to touch down on that. I like to do it a lot. Should be quick. Yeah, dude. See, more or less, I just call this a random line because somebody wanted me live. I don't even know if they're here anymore, but the magic left. Can I give you a little bit? Because it's not like I'm popular. In fact, I kind of dwell and thrive on being not popular. So, take it as whatever you want. But I think they call it like networking and stuff like that. And it's not about the magic, my friend. You got a certain pool of people you can pull from, And after a while, that pool starts to dry up. So what happens is you have to find other pools to attach yourself to and drag from there. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to dwell too much into it, but I'm just going to say, like I said, you need to don't go chasing waterfalls. You need to find new puddles and stuff to go suck your balls in or something. Maybe I guess I have no idea. Best way to explain it, I guess. If it was like a one-on-one conversation, I would probably explain my advice a little bit differently. But I think that you're smart enough to catch what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And, um, I like it. The reason for it, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just you don't really create something at the same time. And stuff. And I truly really get there's something magic hidden in the transcript somewhere. So people don't know. But then again, I'm on the wrong side of the track. But then again, if I started to easy that, I would probably go up. You can't hear me. Are you fucking deaf there, Lash? Do you need to clean out your ears there, laddie? Hey, say, is my mic messed up? Oh, okay. No, I think I'm holding the phone in my hand. Like I said, I didn't feel like busting out the whole computer. I actually have it already busted out. So I'm working on a project already, basically. I gotta remember not to mumble. I like to mumble and ramble. It's fun. But yeah. Like I said, it's random. If somebody wants to come up here and talk or something like that, they can. Honestly, there's always people with some sort of questions and shit. And Lord knows, I am the Lord of useless knowledge. It don't have to be about Delphi. It could be just about damn near everything. Because I am the king of useless knowledge. We can call me the queen, which is fine. Uh, but I'm the king. So yeah. And it's good to be the king. Yeah. But I don't know. I thought there was a live coming up tomorrow, but there will be. Well, not tomorrow, as in tonight. As in not tonight, but when the sun comes back up and then goes back down again. Or is it tonight? Oh, wait, no, that's tomorrow. Yeah, that's tomorrow. If it's tomorrow. I don't know. No, I'm the king of wishful thinking. Thank you very much. You know, see, you should cover like cases like I gave Nicole cases. I mean, I gave her like five already. It's like I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, okay, a case with a wrongful conviction, which I was calling that out way beforehand. Believe it or not, I was like, okay, you want something with a wrongful conviction? You want something with potentially corrupted law enforcement? Bullshit trial. I don't know what you're talking about. How you gonna have all that other shit? A good judge. That makes no fucking logical sense. It just doesn't. But yeah, if you want to toss in the you'll get over me. I'm what? Does it even look like I'm trying? You make this into a competition, man. Seriously. I like being irrelevant. I'm not here to be popular. But oddly enough, if you just sit there and talk, they will listen. Oh, I'm the king of wishful thinking. Oh, I don't remember. I remember the chorus part of that song, but that's about it. And yeah, there's a lot of weird things in Delphi. Like the weird shit can link you to fucking Evansdale. I wouldn't really say linking it, but in its own way, it's kind of linking it. You know what I'm saying? I've had conversations in the past, and so especially with other people, with the fathers of at least one of those girls. Do you believe that was lyric? Stuff like that. And similar crimes that happen throughout the United States. Where I don't really think the number is the important thing. And another weird thing I think that people need to notice when they're seeing a lot of bad things about certain particular people in Delphi. Ooh, somebody's trying to get in. It says me. I need a little bit better of an explanation of who me is. Get yeah, the last time I randomly put somebody in my thing up there, they picked basically some weird dude that was jerking gherkin. So I need a little bit of clarification. Who's me? Hmm. Did I offend anybody that much? Should we take the risk? Shabby, what do you think? Do I let the random person known as me up here or no? Well, I mean, you already did a live earlier, man. And I'm not trying to hate say anything bad about it or whatever. Um, I honestly don't know. I really don't. Um, I don't. I want to say maybe possibly a bit of variety and stuff. What could go wrong? Everything. Fuck it. Let's see it. Ah! Never mind. Changed my mind. Fuck it. Lord, here we go. Should I or shouldn't I? Am I willing to bite the bullet? I'm gonna have to have the trigger finger ready to go. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Fuck it. Let's see what this person has to say. Welcome to hell. How did not get a sunburn? What can we do for you? Well, you wanted to come up here and speak. You were granted access. Oh my God, y'all! Was that somebody going shy on me here? I don't. She's like, oh my God, he actually let me up there. I didn't see that coming. And she said, nope, gotta go. Pew, pew. That was actually pretty comical. Like, why did you let me up there? Don't do that. Don't do that. Um, it turns out there's a lot of creators in the Delphi Association of whatever the fuck you want to call this shit. And, like to make their lives a little bit harder, Chevy. And that's the one thing you don't want to do. So honestly, if you've gone about and somehow made your life a little bit more difficult, if I were you, I would just like, how do I put it best? Grovel? I mean, I personally would never do it because I'm the king. But, you know, sometimes you should grovel. I heard it's a very nice thing. And just kidding, just kidding. Okay, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, I'm going to kick it in his fucking bill and charge it at you, okay? I knew she'd pop up. That's why I literally brought her up. But I said, she could be the queen of useless knowledge, but I'm the king. And it's good to be the king. 50 points if you can actually remember who says that. No, actually, I give you 500 points if you remember who says that. I could give you another hint, but I'm going to have to drop the point level at that point. But yeah, it's just, oh, it's good to be the king. I said, Mimi is the queen of useless knowledge. I'm the king of the useless knowledge. And it's good to be the king. How do y'all not know what that is from? Come on. Y'all make me sad. It's like, actually, yeah, I'm willing to call it that. One of my most favorite movies of all fucking time. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe we start having a podcast separately from everything else, just talking about horror movies, even though I've never found a scary movie in my life. Fun fact: my ex-wife bought a massive property on that mountain that they recorded that movie Awakenings on. You know, where the scene where the guy has to make the pig sounds and stuff while he's being essayed and stuff by the bad guys. But Shibby, how do you know? Not know who says it's good to be the king? Y'all made me sad. We're gonna have to start having movie nights and some shit so I can literally introduce y'all to the fine cultures of this world. But yeah, I told Nicola that she should probably well, at first I told her that maybe she should think about Sam Shepard, but then I thought about it and I was like, no. Once we beat up that hairy Sasquatch looking motherfucker, Dino, and make his ass give up here too and stuff, because that's yeah, y'all don't have a choice in the matter. Basically, I am peer pressure in its human form, and we don't have a choice. So yeah, and one of the cases we're going to end up talking about is Sam Shepard. Now, I know some of y'all don't know who Sam Shepard is. And I know some of y'all might know Sam Shepard or have heard of the case involving Sam Shepard and are thinking to yourself, dude, I thought you said you guys were doing like a weird death wrestling kind of professional wrestling kind of thing. We are. See, Sam Shepard was a doctor, very good doctor, mind you. And there's two amazing, actually, instances. Anybody actually know who Sam Shepard is? What he's famous for? Especially with the true crime and all that other stuff? Because it's very interesting, mind you. As far as wrestling is concerned, if you've ever seen the character Mankind, or AKA Mick Foley, the move he uses to take down most of his opponents is the mandible claw. Believe it or not, Sam Shepard invented. I think he called it the mandible nerve pinch or some shit. But basically, he's the creator of that move. And if not for him, you wouldn't have. I think the Von Erichs had a somewhat weird version of it. Harley Race also had it. I don't think Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I thought he just hit you with a 2x4 or something. No, the mandible claw, see, is that move where he stuffs his fingers down into your mouth and all that, and somehow he's pressing on a nerve in your mouth that makes you paralyzed until you fall asleep. Or so that's how it's described to us. And indeed, see, the person that created that move was, in fact, Sam Shepard. And unless you're a wrestling fan, you're probably not going to know him by that. But thankfully, there's not only a true crime link to Mr. Sam Shepard, but there is also uh, a massive historical, like Paul Bearer. You mean Percy Pringle? Yeah, just like creators, man. I bust out with the real motherfuckers' names. Okay, crazy, huh? But besides wrestling, and besides Mankind, everybody here I know already knows Sam Shepard, and it's going to give you an idea of what crime he was involved in too. He's got movies and TV shows also based on what happened to him. Oh yeah, like Hollywood hits. Anybody remember the line? It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. Or I didn't do it. I don't care. Do those like lines seem? I mean, you already made me feel bad when you didn't guess the King comedy, but now I'm just feeling bad for you if you can't figure out what this one is, because it's a TV show. It's got, I think, multiple movies. It's got a part two with an action star in it. I mean, oh, it's some shit. And it's got literally the most stone face, yet still badass, calm, creepy motherfucker that's probably still alive and acting to this day. Wild Bill Schultz. Are you just randomly? If I ask you to answer any question, how about you try to answer the question? Just start. Oh, Basher Brody, bro. Tony Atlas. So nobody, does anybody remember hearing the line? It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. Does that sound familiar at all? Yes. Believe it or not, that movie is Sam Shepard. If you actually go and look at the character's name, if you know which movie I'm talking about, and look at the main character's name, guess what you find? I'm pretty sure to this day, I know for a fact it's indeed Sam Shepard, who in the movie plays a doctor. And what happens to this doctor? His wife is murdered. Yes, now somebody's catching on, my friend. The pipe over with the water pouring out of it. I didn't do it. I don't care. With Tommy Lee Jones? Yeah, Richard Kimball. Okay, yeah. I knew they changed his name because of legal things. I was trying to think of what it was. But that is based on this case of Sam Shepard's wife, who was indeed murdered one night. I do believe it was the 1950s or so, 40s or 50s. And it seems a lot more familiar than you'd think, especially if you know the case of that army surgeon that was accused of murdering his whole family. It's very similar in its own way. Is my best way to explain it. And that shit, what's his name? James John. Shit, what the guy's name? Well, as I said, the trial itself was the biggest crock of shit that anybody had seen in years. Okay, so yes, Sam Shepard was indeed convicted. He was sent to prison. I can't remember if it was life or death, but very soon after he won his appeal, and it was finally brought to light all the horrible things that they had done to this man and the trial, and he was then released, and nobody else was ever convicted or prosecuted for the actual murder of his wife. He was wrongfully convicted in a horrible dispatch of justice, type of case. Like, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but there was all kinds of messed up things that happened during this trial, even though it was a really long time ago. And, well, see, soon after, because of what happened to his wife and everything else, once he was finally out on the streets, Sam Shepard couldn't help but, sadly, he got a very bad drinking problem, and his health deteriorated to the point where he no longer was allowed to practice medicine anymore. Remember, he was a doctor. And upon when this happened, I shit you not, you can't make this shit up. He became a heel in professional wrestling. And it was so, he would literally go out to the ring and be screaming in his promos and stuff, I killed my wife and I got away with it because it got him good heat. I'm not even joking when I say that. If you know pro wrestling, you know what a heel is, and it's just crazy. Like, to fight so hard to get yourself not to be called the murderer of your wife, just turn around and become famous because you're running out telling everybody you murdered your just crazy. It's almost like that OJ thing. If I did do it, but yeah. And in his time as a heel, and he was a very good heel. I think he worked for Harley Race and some other people, the promotions and stuff. I think down in Texas and others, maybe Texas, California, maybe. I do remember. I think the crime was it East Coast, like New York, or I thought it was California. Hmm. Well, nobody ever was actually legitimately prosecuted for this crime. He was wrongfully convicted, and the crime scene in that of itself, basically, if you know the case or look into the case, you learn sadly he was probably telling the truth. It was never him that killed his wife. He had a severe wound and everything else to his head that it's very hard to fake certain things like that. But apparently he got into a vicious fight with the killer, and the killer was literally able to knock him unconscious for minutes at a time. And sadly, when he was out cold, and they were fighting in the water at the beach, I think even the killer tried to drown him at some point too. And so people can't really say too much about. Well, you could have. Well, no, from all extensive purposes, from what I remember the crime scene, that man fought his ass off. I mean, you got to think he was older, getting old, somewhat older in age at that point. I think he was in like 30s, maybe young 40s. They weren't really having too much problems in the marriage. I think there was like a little bit of arguments. I think there was probably some cheating, but he's a doctor, so what do you expect? Did he rip his arm off? No, I don't know why, or it's actually I. And don't quote me on this, people. I do believe that there is some bit of truth, evidence wise, in the crime itself that somehow points to the killer having a false limb or some shit. I don't think it was Sam's story or whatever. I think it was something that was found at the scene that just somehow, like, I don't think the killer, when he, bashed the shit out of Sam Shepard, I don't think he was really holding another significant weapon. Um, and for the life of me, it might have been how what he was hit with that eventually basically knocked him the fuck out crazily. I think that, yeah, I have many times heard that somehow in the Sam Shepard case that a prosthetic had been used in the crime, and I think that's where the whole "it wasn't me, it was the one armed man." I'm not sure if he actually yelled that shit in court or anything, but there was actual, if I remember correctly, there was actual evidence that pointed to the fact that whoever it was had a prosthetic, like arm, hand, something like that. Yeah, that's just weird in itself. So you have this weird random. Well, he's a doctor for one. I would guess you go through all his patients and patients' relatives via malpractice lawsuits or anything like that. See if they even had a prosthetic limb, or hell, for all we know, you had a healthy, already had both limbs person, and I've seen it before where a family member will use something, or in this case, like Luigi or whatever, with the bullets with the carved shit into it and everything else. They try to find a way to somehow enact their revenge and get vengeance for their relative by using something that either belonged to the person that they're getting vengeance for, or in fact, um, they're substituting as something like that. So I'm not going to say it's impossible. What? No entertainment. Save a kid in hospital from getting. What? But yeah, in fact, that's why I brought up the case in its own self because it was a travesty of justice, wrongfully convicted. Yeah, it met all the criteria well before y'all even came up with the criteria. In fact, I'm a little bit annoyed that you didn't say, "Hey, this criteria." Most of it, Charles came up with. You know it. You know it. No interchange puppet. Who is she talking to? Is the weird blonde talking to herself again? Seems like the weird blonde talking to herself again. But and that's just like one case. Sometimes there's just too much Delphi, and yeah, I don't know. Half the time, I don't think anybody wants to listen much about Delphi. It all depends on the topics I pick and which side it ranges from. It's like if it somehow points to somehow him looking a little bit bad, then people are like, "Oh, excuse me, sir, we're gonna have to steam you out for a minute here." You know what I'm saying? At Gmail files, as in what? The rat? Somebody? Oh, somebody wants to come in here again. Oh, they disappeared again. Well, I was going to let them in, but they ran away. The rat. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm so fucking clueless. But yes, oh, Lord of the Flies, the Rat King. But that's not where the phrase came from. But yes, entertainers puppet. That is from the Lord of the Flies. In fact, I didn't realize you were using the movie quote. FYI, it's good to be the king, guys. How do you not guess Evil Dead? Groovy, bro. Come on, everybody knows Evil Dead. Ash like does all this shit, and then out of nowhere, he's just like, and it's good to be the king because he's a huge fan of Elvis. We all know that. Come on. But yeah, too much Delphi makes Charlie a dull boy. So yeah, that's how it goes. I'm still like magically waiting on some sort of weird fact or whatever that most people that I don't know, and then I would actually think it was awesome. That I looked, I went, no, no, you didn't. The guess was Evil Dead. No, Ash, the guy with the boomstick for one as a weapon, and his arm is replaced by a chainsaw. Kelt, why would you have Kelt there last? You haven't. Well, I don't know why, but I think one time I thought she was a drummer, but yeah, I thought Kelt was a dude for a long time too. No shit, I'm seriously. In fact, when I first came here, my rules were it's Delphi. Assume everybody's a dude until you know better. Hey, hell yeah. I don't know how I got misconstrued the fact that I thought you were a drummer at one point. But yeah, I always wanted to be a drummer, man. I don't have that synchronization with both arms and stuff. Grey's Anatomy? Are you still randomly just fucking spouting out fucking answers? Diana, it's The Evil Dead. Right, hell yeah, man. I mean, I feel like I'm too old now to just like do the whole Metallica thing anymore. I just, yeah. I mean, when it comes on, I'm just like, oh hell yeah, it's Metallica. And when it's like some show or something like that, I'm like, oh that's cool, I know that song, yay! But it's I don't know if I need to go back through and like re-listen to old Metallica songs that aren't normally played on the radio 50 fucking million times a day because it's probably those ones that made me just so like. Like if I hear Enter Sandman one more freaking time, I might just chop my damn ears off. I don't dislike the song, but it's like, now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep, and if I die before I wake, and pray the Lord my soul to take. Yeah, it's like, come on, bro. But yeah, it's like not that I hate them, I dislike them or anything like that. It's like they never play the songs I want to hear. I always want to hear like Unforgiven, or even Unforgiven 2. I never hear enough Blackened, and it pisses me off. I hear plenty of one, but never enough Blackened, and it makes me a mad person. Because the solos and shit and Blackened, oh my god, they're so fucking awesome. There are pictures of John Benet Ramsey in them. You haven't seen the pictures of John Benet Ramsey? Or which J files are we talking about? Are we talking about like some creepy shit? Yeah, I thought wasn't the fact like Kegan looking up like some weird shit? But J files, who's Jay? I mean, if we're gonna get started on John Benet Ramsey, oh boy, we're gonna be here all night, you guys. I'm just saying. I mean, if you think I know about Delphi, holy shit, let's not bring up John Benet Ramsey. Ooh, Lord. Well, what are the J files? Can somebody please clarify for me real quick? Is that the Jerry files? Or is this even Delphi related? I can't remember anymore. Oh shit! Well, I mean, you got to understand there was a massive leak in that investigation as well. I don't know about most of y'all, but I've seen those crime, autopsy photos many, many, many times. I've had damn near nightmares fucking where I saw that kid. It was like fucking. No, I haven't really. Yeah, I mean, is it that interesting? I mean, I already know Epstein's a freaking super pedophile and everything else. And I personally, I'm working on this massive story that I, you might think I'm joking when I say it, but this the whole thing goes back damn near 100 years almost. And it involves like the government and pedophile rings and serial killers and damn near um, the majority of the United States continentally, I guess. Yeah, and it's just like it's so massive of a story. It's ridiculous in its own self. But um, yeah, he could have just been like a true crime fan, I guess. I mean, I've seen those pictures too. Mm, a portrait. Yeah, see, Epstein's just a freak, man. I mean, if he didn't do himself, my own personal thought is they should have made it much more violent. Period. I mean, how do I? Okay, since we're talking about it or whatever, I think a lot of people are because that one bitch Maxwell, she's gonna get out sometime. I think, right? Like soon, I think, or some shit, possibly. Ghislaine Maxwell, and they treat her like his assistant and everything else. But I no, I think everything I know about this chick and everything else that I learned from what I studied thus far, it's one of those creepy fucking like Henry Lee Lucas and all was told like by themselves they're nastily fucking bastards, but when they put together, they become a whole nother level of fucking horrible. And the fact of uh, Ghislaine Maxwell's fucking father, what he did, what he was able to do, and everything else, and all that other freaky deaky information and all this other stuff. I don't see how you can just, pass her off as a helping hand. I just don't. I see one as the brain. I see one as the fucking spokesperson. And yeah, that's the best way to put it. Like I feel Maxwell was damn near the brain behind all that shit. And believe it or not, how do I put this? You guys know you can find pedophile rings that did the same shit that Epstein did, the same shit. And let's not even talk about, come on, guys, the obvious connection between fucking Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, and fucking Epstein. And, R. Kelly just, he didn't have the brains to figure out the operation or whatever because he just didn't have it, right? But yeah, um, I was going to put it, I saw the caption that got my attention. Yeah, but I also give her the whole brain thing because once you start looking into her education and everything else, uh, on the other hand, Epstein himself like would have been the face of the, you know, as I say, the spokesperson or whatever. He's not dumb or anything, but at the same time, you know, uh, without each other, I don't think this happens like that. But I do think this has all been some sort of scary, freaky ass, damn near fucking ritual situation that's been going on for, by my last check, I think earlier than 1950s. I shit you not. You can go back through our history, guys, and you can find very similar pedophile rings doing the same shit that Epstein and P. Diddy and whatnot and all them motherfuckers were doing now or before. You can find that same shit. And I've been trying to tell people that. I've got this massive story I'm working on. It's so huge. There's no way. I mean, maybe turn it into a podcast. It's like multiple episodes and all this other stuff. But I'd rather just not do it by myself. So I'm still trying to figure it out. But I've been working on this case for God knows how long. And yeah, it stretches damn near almost the entire length of the United States. It's linked to serial killers. It's linked to freaking cartels. It's linked to fucking, pardon my French, everybody, but that's why I did this link thing. It's also linked to, you can see these twisted ass connections. First example I'll even bring up is the pedophile ring. I'm trying to remember his name. I know it's John something. And I'm pretty sure that was the 50s, maybe before even the 60s or so, with Coral, what's his name? Coral, the Candyman and the damn clown. How about that? We'll just say that. All the while people are talking about the Candyman and the clown, they're not talking about the pedophile ring that's running silently in the background and shit. In each of those areas, there's the linked pedophile ring to a Dean Coral, and there's same pedophile ring is linked to John Wayne Gacy. We have multiple victims from Gacy, the ones that got away uh, somehow, some way, saying that they saw other people in the room, But in Gacy's, at least in Dean Coral's case, we have the arrest of the one who shot Dean Coral, which his actual name is escaping me, but he's still on death row. I think he might have died by now, but it would have been recent if he did. Two or three, no, actually, I think it was three of Dean Corll's accomplices. And in Dean Corll's case, we can only track down 52 or 54 victims, as in 54 murdered victims. We don't know what Dean Corll was doing before he met those accomplices. Remember, we never got to ask. Fox Island? Clarify a little bit. I've read quite a bit of things that would have been Pedophile Island off of the coast of Florida and all the other good stuff. So, I mean, I know quite a bit of it. I've seen it. Yeah, honestly. And all this time, when this shit's going on with Dean Corll, and here is the weird connection that I've been talking about. The pedophile rings and all that at that time were the guy who ran this shit was good buddies with fucking J. Edgar Hoover. Now, if you don't know who J. Edgar Hoover is, this motherfucker, well, besides dressing like a chick, often, well, he ran the FBI. And it was a known fact that they were somehow getting politicians to do things with kids, recording it, and using it as a form of blackmail to control certain things. And does that sound a little bit familiar? Just a little bit. How many times do I got to tell you? Charles doesn't do uppers. I have a hard enough time going to sleep as it is. Give me a good blunt, I'm out. Cool, good to go. I know y'all ain't trying to make me. Okay, have we not figured this out by now? Do y'all really want to get into a shit talking match with me? I'm literally. You would think by now these people would learn. I don't know what's going on or what's being looked at, but you know what? Guys, you're gonna have to step up. You're gonna have to go a little bit better at making your insults and stuff because, yeah, I'm a professional. Right against Charles. Oh, yeah. How'd it go with your searching thing? Did you find anything? Did you see that video that proved all the links? That's what I'm see. Uh, I've been talking about this shit for years, and people are finally starting to have noticed it because other people. I'm not going to say that they're listening to me because the links were obviously there the whole fucking time. That all the time there is, yeah, Dean Corll and John Wayne Gacy. There's a massive amount of links. I can't remember the guy's full name, but there's a pedophile ringleader named John something something. For the life of me, I can't remember. I'm horrible with names. But he ran a pedophile ring that at the time of the Dean Corll incident, which in like 3 years, he killed like almost 60 fucking kids. Oh no, I've been talking about this. Yeah, like I said, I even when I started long before I got to YouTube and stuff, I'd be on Reddit talking about how I could link Delphi through so many different states, multiple serial killers, the cartels, all the way to Mexico, like you name it. And it just seemed like every single time I turned around and would do research, I would find a new link and it would just keep going and keep going and keep going. And for the life of me, so far, I think it's the total, it's not like 100 years in, it's around 80 something years. But you have common ground for damn near 80 something years so far that I found. There's probably going to be more, mind you, that concern pedophile rings using blackmail stuff, against people like that. Hmm. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really blame the airline for what's going on there, but it's like I'm sure things were set up in a certain way. That way, I don't understand for the life of me. Um, I mean, I know what they say, but how the fuck did he get out of Florida? And his earlier should have been massive conviction. Um, how do we offer a deal to somebody who's not fucking doing anything? And I know they want to give us the thought of it's one hand not watching what the other hand is doing. No, that's called bullshit. It sounds like Delphi all over again. It's like, hey, the cops just really messed up really badly. You sure about that? You're willing to bet your life and your kid's life and everything else on that fact? Because you know what? If they messed up that badly, then why the fuck they got promotions and shit left and right and all this other shit, money, raises, and all this other, you know. I don't know about y'all. If you had a job before your life, if you literally fuck up the job worse than anybody else could possibly fuck up the job, do you get a raise and promotions? mean, I mean, fuck. Look at Dan Doolin, man. He fucked up everything. Anything and everything that's literally connected with Dan Doolin is basically never heard to be a good thing. From that Jesse something or other guy, I think his name was, long time ago, to Delphi, interviewing Richard Allen, and being on stage when they're showing the guy and not going, "Hi, you guys! I talked to a guy who he said he was wearing the clothes just like that." No, no, none of that stuff. No. And what do we get to finally show this man that he did a horrible job? And it should see the error in his ways. He got a fucking promotion. He's now like the chief fish and wildlife. I mean, it's like the Twilight Zone, dude. It's like how. It's like okay. It's like if Burger Chef happened all over again, but everybody else got a pay raise and a promotion. It's like what? Huh? How? Hold up. But then again, personally, in my own opinion, um, I do believe the police were milking this investigation a long time ago. I believe they knew who the fuck that man was well in advance. There are little peculiar signs of it and such, but you know, toes, huh? Nobody likes the name Vicarious Vigilante, but yeah. Why she picked that one? I don't effing know. Not been alive with me, but it's all good. It's all good. I've got a, like I said, I had to do this one, but I was going to do a live via the laptop again tonight, but the laptop's busy doing other work. I'm doing some investigation things because I don't know, I get bored and that's what I do. But Vicarious Slippy does not have the same ring to it, dude. But yeah, how do I start the cry for revolution? Like creators, we must stand up against the opposition or some bullshit. Use nails look nice, but yeah, they weirdos. And you know, like I said, I didn't really want to talk Delphi because he's like, eh. And you know, besides Evansdale and like the weird shit about the being spotted in a whole other state. No, there's just a whole bunch of weird shit goes on in Delphi and all that's concerned. Doug Carter's link to the burger, or no, Doug Carter's dad's link to the Burger Chef investigation. If you didn't know, that's a thing. And oddly enough, both cases kind of dramatically kind of center around a lot of like motorcycle clubs and stuff. But then again, it is the area around Illinois and freaking Indiana and stuff like that. Let's just be quite honest. There's a lot. I believe that the audio software in 11 different companies would say otherwise, but we'll just call Fishy the expert here. That's what I want to do next. In fact, I could do like a double shot, literally, and show all these different softwares doing the 90. I think the lowest percentage check that match that I got for between Richard Allen and Bridge Guy was around 90%. So no, I called you the expert because somehow you think you know better than the software. There's AI software, regular software. As so far early on in the investigation, I used 11 different voice analysis softwares. And no, there's only this isn't a troll farm thing or anything like that. There's only a few people that went this far to either eliminate or, like I said, I've tried damn near every single way I possibly could to eliminate Richard Allen. And there's only one little piece of information that kind of, you know, it doesn't really do that because technically he could still be involved. And there you go. No, that's not what I was being sarcastic, and I called, but Pishy's the expert here, so we'll just go by what she's saying rather than the 11 softwares. No, see, we can't have experts come out and just say, "Hey guys," because and you already know the answer to that. So if you're trying to be slick, it's not going to work out. We don't have enough of a library of audio from Bridge Guy. How can I do so on a phone? Better yet, since I'm on the phone, I'll send you the names of all 11 different softwares. Just let me know if you need a heads up on how to use them. Okay? You literally upload both different sets. In Bridge Guy's case, the reason why experts can't literally come out and say, Bridge Guy is basically Richard Allen. You want to know why they can't say that? Just screen record yourself. What are you talking about? Hey, now you're getting into weird some mumbo jumbo. I don't got a brand new phone at the moment in time and all this other crap. Hey, I get along with everybody. It is what it is. But at the same time, I'm just going to when it comes to the points that do help Richard Allen, I'm usually the first one making those just the same as I am also making the ones that make you go, hmm. And it got so bad to the point where in the past, everybody would always be like, Charles is always jumping sides. He can't decide. No, no, no. I'm helping you guys. My opinion's pretty well set in stone at the moment of time. But if somebody would like to come up here and somehow, educate me, I'm more than welcome. I mean, I've offered so many people to. There is only one thing that draws the attention away from Richard Allen. No, it's not false confessions or bikers or ownness or anything like that. It's a very simple logical thing, and that's called the DNA. Once that's, but that still doesn't clear it because that just means that there's a possibility that there was two people there, not just one. Which y'all been running around the longest time saying, "What? There's no way one person did all those things in that crime in that short amount of time." Some of y'all had your timing off. No, I ain't gonna hate on you, so I'm not calling you out. But what I'm saying is, if you can find somehow, some way to logically eliminate Richard Allen, I would love to hear it, and I genuinely mean that because I have gone through so many means and methods of doing so. Sometime soon, um, I wanted to do, but I want to do a redo of it in Indiana itself. But we're gonna finally have the actual breakdown of how you measure all things of the bridge guy and get an idea would be based on the input. I don't understand what you're saying. The audio is literally taken from the video, the 43-second video. Nobody's adding anything to the audio. See, that would literally, you're defeating the purpose of the whole thing, and the point of the matter is, I have no stake in the game. I could care less if it's Richard Allen, and I could care less if it is Richard Allen or not. It doesn't bother me at all. I mean, that's what I mean. It's almost like you'll think like, I'm sorry, I hate to be the burster of everybody's bubble. Do I really need to explain how I'm not a pro state person or even go through the cases alone? Oh, look at that. Speak of the devil. I was just literally going to go to this channel I know of that exists somewhere else and be like, why have you not come say hi to me lately? You know, not oddly enough that would have anything to do. Oh, I will burst your bubble, ma'am. I will do so. And I'm glad that I have an ally here. For oddly enough, but does it have to be you of all people? Oh my gosh! I guess I'll take it. No, the term is if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. That's the term. But yeah, I mean, you know how many people, and yeah, people can say like, well, Charles, of course they're not going to go up there and do this. I offered to do that on their channels. I have very politely made an open offer to any creator for a polite discussion. And even the people I've talked to, even the motherfuckers that I talk to normally on an everyday basis, it's like they don't want to get into that conversation with me in front of an audience. It's almost like it's bit of a like a conspiracy or something. Oh no, I don't want them out of prison because for the life of me, I would just like to think like everybody else. I want to see what everybody else is seeing because I hear that he's 100% innocent, and then I hear it's 100%. I would like to see the world as everybody else sees. That's all. What am I using for samples to get an actual audio from the 43-second video? Sure, it's been manipulated. If you call the value being turned up manipulated, okay, cool, we can say that. I think you're grasping for conspiracies a little bit, though. Just my opinion. What I'd like to understand is, okay, just using your naked ear. If you could show me somebody that's logically can somehow say that it does, I'm sorry, anybody actually says that the Bridge Guy audio doesn't sound like the interview audio of Richard Allen, you're in denial. You're pushing your own agenda. You know, I'm sorry, it's not healthy for this whole crime atmosphere. And okay, so he just has the supposed same depth of voice, the accent, the dialect, and a little bit of he does mention anything. Which song? Jump open with. I've already said this 1,000 times. An expert will not come up there and literally say, "We know for damn near near certainty that it's this," because we don't have enough of a library of bridge guide. But AI on top of actual digital software and stuff can still analyze the peaks, the tones, and the pitches and all that that coming off the audio files of both. And it can still offer its own observation, and what it feels is, yeah, but it's both there. They both had it, so you got to include it. Hey, if anybody would like to offer me a more logical suspect than Richard Allen, hey, we can go for round and everything else. Because I mean logical, I mean evidence, not hey weird stuff that you might be able to connect in some weird, crazy effing way or something like that. Hey, I'm not trying to be rude to anybody. I'm literally the same. I've always been. I have guaranteed spent more hours on both sides analyzing all this crap. Breathe, William. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody be happy. It's like my only backup here. It's like, don't pick on my friends, okay? It's very rare that I get to talk to people that have any kind of sort of idea that's even similar to mine. Honestly, I did. I went to Sleuth Intuitions live the other day, and it almost was like therapy for me. I'm like, I'm not crazy. There are sane people still left in the world, and I was so happy. I was rejuvenated. I was like, yes, I'm not insano. There are people that do think the way I think. I was so pleased. She was there. Oddly, it was weird, but yeah, she thought it was weird to see me, and I'm like, why is it weird to see me on Patrick's channel? Why do you call him Patrick? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about my friends. Charles's friends. I refer to them by name and stuff. You know. The second they confirm it and say, "Hey, you're allowed to call me by my name," it never changes after that. It was fun, almost like he had watched my live earlier, and I still think he did. He was just lurking. That's one of those types of people that sneakily, yeah, he's watching me when nobody's looking. I do believe that for a fact. What's a tough night for? What there, Les? Oh, oh, ran out of weed. I have a joint, but I don't feel like smoking it just yet. I got my bags packed. I got a few more things I got to throw away. I'm just about ready to say, fuck off, Florida. Assalamu alaikum. I'm gone. And you know it's a bad, horrible thing, okay? But at one point in time, I checked the temperature in Florida, and literally, it's colder here than it is in Oregon. I shit you not. How is that possible? It makes no bloody fucking sense there, lad. That it's colder here in the south than it is up north. No fucking logic. Yeah, Diana made the point because I was like, "Yo, bro," I'm like, "It's 30 fucking 1 degrees here right now." And shit, you not. It was 31 degrees in fucking Florida, and Florida. As I said, the magical sky gods. We had an agreement. The whole thing. I deal with the hurricanes. I don't have to put up with the cold. They break the rules, man. The contract's off, bro. The contract's off. It's fucked up. Yeah, and she's like, it's 40 something there. I'm like, how the hell is it 31 degrees in Florida? Like, the dew that was on the damn grass, man. You come outside and that shit, all the grass and shit's all white and shit. It's frozen. And it was my fault, mind you, because I was on Facebook where I know I shouldn't be because I should have learned from the past to stay the fuck off of Facebook. Nothing good comes from Facebook. Like in Delphi, it went there one time. I said one thing, and if you saw the massive chain reaction that all occurred, hey, what's wrong with making fun of Gray Hughes? It's a good thing. Yeah, she's a trooper, but she's not one of the bad troll farmers. Just saying that out there. I mean, honestly, she's probably made fun of me worse than damn near any of y'all. So the only person she's probably made fun of more than me would probably be Gray Hughes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd probably be. And and I just had Rudy in here. What last night? Wasn't it last night? Yeah, Rudy was in here talking and having a good old time. And I was like, "Yay! My people are starting to show back up. That's what I want. Yay!" No, I mean, if anybody, okay, she's probably one of the actual real trolls amongst the. I was never a troll. I am just an asshole. I don't post fancy schmancy videos. I don't do none of that. I just literally verbally make people wish were, were dead. I guess, kind of. Really? Okay, can we all agree on something? It don't matter if you're pro Rick Allen or against Rick Allen. Can everybody put their hands up and agree with me in one sentence? Fuck Gray Hughes. Is this something in Delphi that we can actually finally agree on? Because I think we can agree on that one, right, y'all? But honestly, I think that it's a common uh, thing that we should all like turn and what's that word I'm trying to look for? Like that's our common ground. Everybody, nobody likes Gray Hughes. Fuck Gray Hughes, right? Right. Come on, y'all. Just be. You know it's true. You just don't want to agree with the troll farmer in the retired troll farmer, but we all know ain't nobody in this damn community like Gray Hughes, right? Come on, say it. Come on. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm just saying, man. That's the one thing everybody. I mean, and honestly, okay, not in the good way, because I don't even think his old lady wants to do that, but just, but believe it or not, that's the first channel I started being in lives and shit on was actually Grey Hughes. No joke. And see, that's our common ground, everybody. It don't matter who did this or it doesn't matter who did that, who is innocent and who's guilty. The real, the real common ground for us all is nobody fucking likes Grey Hughes. We should build upon that and bring peace throughout the world with massive signs that all just say "fuck gray pubes" or some bullshit. You know? Yeah, yeah. Hey, well then, why even come in the one name if you're just gonna acknowledge the fact of who you normally are? That's just silly. And I'm sorry if you think that's gonna frighten me, ma'am. Well, ma'am, how do I put this in the same way? You done already spent one night, all night, making fun of me. Okay, I'm a big boy. I can take it. Bill Crosby really ruined everything. Ugh. Somebody needs to be careful though, because yeah, don't want anybody losing their channel. Man. Find somebody like else to troll, I guess. Hi, hey, listen, ma'am. I did never ask to be on your channel, but you did come on mine. There may not be any evidence of such, but you've been on mine quite a few times. And I know at this point, just seeing her in the chat now, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not posting the link for people to join because she will literally join, come up here just so after the live's concerned, she can reach out to me and go, hey, by the way, delete that. That's her favorite thing. I almost think she started to do it on purpose. I honestly, every how many has there been? Like five or six? Because there's the one with Diana, which I get why we believe that one because we don't want people knowing what you look like and all that. I'm pretty sure that was the one that you were even on video. So yeah, it was good to get rid of that one. And then yeah, I think she just gets a kick out of just joining the lives, coming up here, talking to me, and making fun of me a bunch, and then just making me delete the whole thing. So I can't even say, "Hey, this person's here. Come watch." She's like, "Ha ha ha, bitch! Keep trying, motherfucker. You will not profit off of my appearance, sir." There was a house of every on a hill. Inside it, wait, there's a house of inside Washington. What nationality? Uh, the house of the hill. Wait, no, you said a house on an ill. A house of ill repute on a hill. There was a house of. No, I'm not gonna. No, 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 no. Nope. I have learned valuable life lessons in my time now as a. Uh, I'm not a creator, so whatever the fuck I am. But and that is to never trust anything Bubble Young tells me. Just don't do it. Don't let me finish. That's just because you're listening to the wrong music. There's plenty of good music coming out there that's actually original and stuff. Y'all just ain't really listening to the real shit. That's all it is. Because I feel like there's only one kind of real type of music that anymore. Well, I mean, I guess you got your independence and shit like that, but it's like genre wise, there's probably only one solid genre that seems like it's most unaffected by the fucking bullshit, even though they're trying their ass off to fuck it up. Speaking of which, I keep meaning to have a fucking concert, and I just never had the concert. Ugh! I should probably do that before I leave Florida because I'm gonna leave my guitars here. Yeah. Hmm? Oh, that's funny. 1K video. Yeah, you know she's been here so many times with everybody. Yeah, not one single person literally was like, "Who's that person? How y'all act like y'all know her? Who is she?" Everybody's just like, "Oh yeah, it's her. We know who that is." Well, it's about time, you know. Always having to worry that you're somehow going to get your channel taken away. God. But then again, sadly, I'm literally in a group of people that are always like, can we all just? I mean, actually, I've only ever gotten one strike in my entire life, and that was for bullying Dan. I, I'm proud of that, Mike. I bullied Dan. YouTube didn't think it was nice, and they gave me a copyright, or not a copyright, but they struck my account for bullying the curious contrarian. That is literally, I should literally, yeah, you didn't know about that, Peggy? I finally did get a strike on my channel. Out of all the bullshit and all the stuff and all the shit I didn't, damn. What did I bully? It's Dan. I have to bully him. He deserves it. Trust me. He fucking deserves it. And I had to tell him the moment it happened to him. I was like, Dan, I got to tell you, bro. I finally got a strike. He's like, why did you get a strike? And I'm like, I got a strike because I bullied you. And he just started laughing his ass off. He was like, what? No, you're nuts. I showed him the screenshot and everything. I said, see right there? And if you click the link for the post, it shoots down. And all it is me making fun of Dan, making fun of Fishy, and then calling Zero Toto. You know. Honestly, I think it was one of my best random shits I pulled out of my ass kind of moments. Um, that's my buddy. I still always do them like Paradox and Curious Contrarian. And all. We know how to talk to each other's in the real life. See, people can say anything as they want about that man. Me, he's always been a true friend. So I'm not hitting on people that have issues with him because it is what it is. But yeah, Dan is my dude. He's my boy. He's my buddy. Him and Paradox. Hey, Dan never said he bullied me. In fact, everybody that I made fun of in that exact post thought it was a awesome post, mind you. Oh, I love Dan. Dan honestly, I think a lot more people should listen to Dan because if we need definitely was just like on like a week or two ago. We talking about? He just made a whole new like Snake making fun of video thingy. Oh no, I just didn't know if you saw or not. But yeah, he had like an hour long or 47-minute long video that was just all making fun of Rich Snake. And normally I'd be like, "That's not nice, dude." But Rick banned me, and until I know why, I'm yeah, me rude. Hey, if people that actually know that the Curious Contrarian, if you go back and listen to a lot of the advice and everything, um, no, I'm only telling you that he mentioned the Delphi dummies. I did mention that he had been on recently. That's all. Um, Actually, it was going so well too. But yeah, uh, peace, guys. It's like, is it really that much of a thing? Is an opinion difference that much of an anger issue and all that? You know, come on, guys, seriously. Because once we got mostly the Idaho, everybody that had half a brain in their head was like, "All right, Brian Coburn did that shit." So it's like, if we can agree on shit like that, why can't we just understand? It's just like, meh, you're not an issue. You're welcome here. I have been known as both in the past for the longest time. It's like I'm already trauma is attracted to me. I don't. I think at some point I enjoyed it, the chaos of it all. I will say that is a fact. But at the same time, it's like there's a time and a place for the bullshits and the giggles and the trolling and all this other shit. And then at some point, I feel like everybody needs to just drop the bullshit and fucking get serious about what the fuck we're here to talk about, because this is not a fucking joke club. I mean, yeah, it's good to get your shits and giggles and everything else out when sometimes, because it dampens, it makes the situation seem not as dark and fucked up as it really is. And yeah, there comes a time to put all the jokes and all the bullshit aside and just literally, hey, it's time to get down to the fucking brass tacks. You need to fucking, you know, bring your A game, period. And there's a lot of shit I see all over the place in this whole damn community that I just don't like. But I gotta be nice about it, not call people out on their bullshit all the time, because uh, apparently people don't like when I do that. Go figure. Hmm. I heard he molest goats when nobody's watching, but that's just what I heard. Get show at the pro. And what I would like to do one day is something we kind of did on a much lower level. And at the time, basically, most of the people that were involved weren't even creators anymore, or yeah, basically they just weren't creators anymore. It's like on Fishy's channel. I'd like to have like a round table discussion, not an argument, a discussion from all three sides. Hmm. Oh no, no, no! I don't misunderstand anything. I'm not judging anybody. I think it'd be good and healthy for everybody to get into a situation, the calm ones, and there are quite a few of them or whatever. But for the life of me, it's very difficult to get these higher ups to be in the same place at the same time. Fishy is. Can I say it? Do I say it? I'll let her say it. Yes, that is don't hate, create. I'm actually again, I think, yeah, multiple of the lives on that channel. So yeah, and the first episode we had Dan, the Curious Contrarian. We had Paradox, which stoner fucking Asian Jesus. Come on, people. How can you go wrong with stoner fucking Asian Jesus? You don't. Period. I'm just saying. You had Don't Hate Create herself, and you had the Vicarious Vigilante or part two or whatever. I don't know. It's confusing. Peggy was there, and me. I was there too. Yay! And there wasn't fighting. There wasn't arguing. There was. It was just like an actual conversation. Honestly, I think it's probably one of the best lives I've ever been on because nobody had to hide who they were. They were able to talk about what they felt like talking about. They were members of both sides, calmly and rationally discussing things. Yeah, change your name from Don't Hate Create to be like, no, because she acts like she doesn't create anymore. That just means um, we're not cool enough to get her off of her ass. That's literally what that means. Yeah, basically 100% what her retired means. Literally, that means we're just not cool enough to get her off her ass. And watch, there will come a day, y'all, when there will be a subject that's so either controversial or must talk about that she's going to be like, I want to come alive. And I'm going to be like, no, you're retired. Have a nice day, ma'am. And just walk away. Really. That's a good damn question. There's a lot of fucking things that happen and all this other stuff. Well, like I said, y'all already know you're always welcome. I believe that most of this fighting and bickering comes from literally the groups being kept on separate fucking chunks. It's like, no, you can't go there because that's where they hang out at. Well, you can't go there because that's where they hang out at. Motherfucker, I go where the fuck I want. I do what I want. Yeah. Hmm. Baby's daughter. I'm so lost. And if that's the case, I mean, if picking who the cops pick in a lot of instances make you pro state or whatever, isn't everybody fucking here pro state? I mean, come on, really. Off the top of my head, I could probably think of at least 50 cases, and I guarantee everybody here will literally fucking agree, except for me in some of those instances, mind you. Oddly enough, um, that the person that served the time for the crime is the one that deserved to be there. So if that's the case, then everybody's technically pro state. Maybe, but then Who are you even talking about now? Oh, you talking about the lady that got missing and they're basically naming the suspect as a son-in-law? Right. Guthrie or some shit. Yeah. I haven't really dug into it just yet. I've heard a bit of the information. I've been dealing with some other things. Do you think he hired somebody from Mexico? What do you think that? I mean, like I said, I haven't really done much research into it. I've seen a lot of other creators like post things like where they're flipping out and all this other stuff. I mean, believe it or not, it's actually cheaper to hire a hitman in the United States than it would be in Mexico. Well, I mean, if the FBI is involved, that just means that that's interstate. That it could have came from anywhere else other than it doesn't necessarily have to be Mexico. It just could be another state, you know. Or the money was transferred to somewhere else, you know, or something like that. Mm. Like I said, I need to have to get through the whole thing and kind of figure it out. See, I could be an ass right now. I really want to be an ass right now. But I like but I'm just like I know 90% of the chat will look at me like I'm the devil if I say that, so I'll just shut up. So what if it turns out she's just like alive or some shit? I mean, come on, we know 90% of the time that doesn't happen, but I'm just saying, what if it does? See, these are my favorite kind of lives. I hate talking about a specific anything, but the random fucking ones that just concern like a billion fucking things that make no sense at all. That was the best. Well, I mean, technically, every plea from every family is literally scripted. Everybody know that. Tommaso. Oh, well, like I said, I gotta dig into the whole damn thing. It's been a busy day for Chucky today, okay? I had to handle a lot of things. Are we talking about the same Banfield, like the Core TV Banfield chick or whatever? I was in chorus, not band. And at least in the chorus, I got to meet Deion Sanders. So yeah, y'all can literally blow your instruments all you want. What? You know, I mean, I'm not gonna say I can sing or anything, but you know, because I would never say I could actually sing. But yeah, apparently other people seem to think so. Mm. Because I could not be in the band because I was on the football team and the baseball team. So you can't do both because the band often performs at those events. I play basketball too. Really tall, so well, as other people say, I'm just like advertised in my book. So, hey, did y'all hear about the douchebag guy that killed the couple and stuff too? I was a censor in seventh grade. Believe it or not, I was seventh grade. I would have been like 12ish. Yeah, actually probably 11. Yeah, I was already like 6 foot tall at that time. But yeah, when it came to varsity or whatever, you couldn't play all three sports. You had to pick two, and the ones I'm actually pretty fucking good at basketball. In middle school, I played. We didn't have a baseball team, but we had a basketball team, and I played in the volleyball team. I'm a bad motherfucker at volleyball, yo. Like you should see me. Was I in drama? Yes, I was. I was. Yeah, I was in drama in chorus. That is a fact. Yeah. Uh-huh. Um, in fact, I had to cross them together many times. Like in high school, I played the genie in Aladdin, which required like the training of drama and the acting and all that other stuff. But then you still have to fucking do the songs and stuff. So it's like, oh my god. Hmm. And I'm sorry, I thought it was the smartest thing I'd ever done in my life. Okay, you're talking about me at a room with one other guy other than the teacher and like 60 something fucking chicks. I'm sorry, I think I'm the smart one here. I'm just saying, right? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even to school. I actually, believe it or not, if I cared about showing myself, there's a literal interview on YouTube still to this day. It's kind of hard to find though, but where I'm actually being talked to by Deion Sanders. So fuck all y'all. So you can say, yeah, Dion, prime time Deion Sanders. Am I still in drama? Yeah, yeah. This is all an act. I'm glad somebody notices. I keep trying to explain that to people, but nobody gets it. The real Charles is really boring. Really, really boring. I'm very nice and ugh, it's gross. Oh, I'm sorry. My stories are cooler than yours. But yeah, I got verifications on all mine. Charles did not play in the NFL. Thank you very much. Did I say what? No, they're just making fun of me because they're mad that my stories are cooler than theirs. Props just mad because my music sounds better than his music. Really, out of all the things, you understand there's so much more I could brag about, but I don't. Just saying. I'm sorry, y'all were like lazy, I guess, in school and stuff. For one, chorus. How big of a deal is chorus really? I mean, both my sisters were actually in the chorus too, so it's not that weird to be honest with you. And I had been in chorus in middle school and elementary school too. Of course, I'm correct. I'm glad we all agree on this. Yeah. Uh huh. Is it some more crap? I bet it's crap. I'm not even gonna click it because I know it's crap. I tell you what, we will have a battle of the Delphi musicians. How about this, y'all? We'll get Rick Snake. We will get freaking Ruckus. We will get Proc. We will get Noe. We will get all the damn musicians in Delphi together, and we will have a fucking battle of the bands. How about that? See, I didn't even have to look or click. I knew it was going to be rap. Period. Charles doesn't. I'm not Catholic. I'm Southern Baptist. And like I said, don't hate on me because you said on your asses. If it's a bragging right to say you were in chorus, holy shit. And honestly, y'all should hear me do Creedence Clearwater sometime. I guarantee you'd never think it was fucking me. I have heard everybody I listed already myself. And you know what? I'm not going to say I'm going to win because I have a very distinct way I do music. But yeah, here's Johnny. I'm so lost. So that whoever it is in the video or whatever. Yeah, there should be like a Delphi concert. That would be badass. You know, one day I'm just gonna shock the fuck out of you and actually sing on the live. And they're just gonna be like, "The fuck just happened?" You'll see. You'll see. I'm betting Nicole is gonna be furious that she missed all this. No, you have not. No, no. I thought you already left, Rob. You keep saying that. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. You're still here. Like that. Not that it bothers me or whatever, but yeah, I'm having a good old time, honestly. What time is it? 5 o'clock in the morning. No, sleep is for the weak, obviously. Plus, I got shit I gotta do in a matter of 3 hours. So what the fuck is the point? But if you guys want somebody to blame for once, you don't have to blame me. You know who you can blame? It's Peggy's fault tonight. So everybody blame Peggy. Where's the rooster? It's only. Huh. That's a good point. Where's the fucking rooster? I think we need to go on a fucking. All right. We have to plan. I'm totally with this. Time to rake that motherfucker up like you tried to do everybody else. All right. Grab the cigarettes. Grab my fucking crack lighter. Because if it's funny, I don't have fun. Maybe he just hasn't woken up yet. Somebody has to talk to him in his language. Oh, I get it, because this motherfucker is cold, dog. That's what it is, I guarantee you. Fucking the rooster's cold, and for once he won't talk now. Wake up, motherfucker! Come on! Ah! Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Oh, come on, I know y'all fucking heard that, right? A fucking rooster, it answered me. Yeah, something's fucking answering me when I make the sound. Yeah, you knew this shit. I know y'all can hear it, right? Don't act like y'all don't hear this shit, right? I think I woke them all up because I've heard like 9 different roosters now. I know y'all hear this shit, right? Come on, be honest. I know you fucking hear it. I hear roosters across the street at the chicken farm. The neighbor's rooster is now up. And yeah, there's one to the right, there's one to the left, there's one across the street. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, seriously, there's fucking. They were making a fucking sound like so. I came out here making this stupid dumbass sound, and now they all just won't shut the fuck up. There, are y'all happy? I have confirmed that indeed the roosters are alive and well. The things I do for you fucking wackos. So don't ever say I don't do anything for you. Because look at that. Now tomorrow, if I even make a joke about this and everything, everything's like, yeah, next Charles is gonna say he talks to roosters and stuff, motherfucker. The alligators don't smoke crack. They don't have thumbs. Seriously, bro. They smoke meth with the homeless people who live out there. And y'all think I'm joking. There was, yeah. No, you remember I made the joke, Fishy. I was like, the army of Fishy has invaded us in Florida because she's trying to take over. Remember? And I showed y'all motherfuckers the walking fish. See, y'all act like I make this shit up. It's real shit. Yes. I've seen an alligator eat a meth head. It was hilarious. Well, I mean, I'm not sure if he got ate or not, but he damn sure got bit. No, that's not what it is. I mean, see, crack you don't share. Meth is cheap. That's why they share the shit with the alligators. But yeah, Fishy, if I randomly just said, hey, what about the night that the sky opened up and 1,000 fucking fish dropped on us and slammed into the concrete and then danced around and chased us and shit? Guys, I'll be like, this motherfucker is high off some drugs and he's making this shit up. I'm agreeing with what is that sit on the face technique. As long as I can, no, bad trolls, shut up, trolls. I'll get you all. Just remember, I'll be in Indiana soon enough too. I'm gonna get all y'all. Every money I'm gonna. You better run. I know where you live too. Well, I mean, not necessarily where you live, but like the state. So yeah, joking with that. Watching those channels. Ah, private chat. Let me get some new comment or so. I'm a puppet, y'all. Did y'all know that? Yes, apparently I'm a puppet. Which story? About the fish in the sky and the shit? I can do more than that. Isn't there fucking videos on my channel, shorts or whatever, of the actual fucking freaky deaky fish running around and shit? Pretty sure there is. Well, that's because they like me, Shibby. Sorry, somebody had to say it. I'm being a dick. I mean, shit, dog. I mean, you see, like, we have a live, dude. The prop shows up. Bubble Yup shows up. Man, for you gotta admit, for like 5 o'clock in the morning, this is like bragging rights, right, y'all? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What was it? Yesterday, I had a live because I was just randomly bored. It's like 4, almost 5 o'clock in the morning, and there was like 30 motherfuckers in here. And yesterday, it was like the Inquisitor and other stuff. Oh, Peggy, I'm not. It's just this one particular person that likes to really say mean things about me all the time. But they like, that's a nice word for stalk. Yeah, they stalk me. So yeah. Hey, yeah. Are you on for round? Oh yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, I told you we're doing the live up, buddy. See, look, we get Josh just showed up too. See, look at y'all. I'm popular, okay? Fuck all y'all. Josh here, Prop here, fucking Noe's here, Diana's here. Man, come on, y'all. Bubble Yum was here. Is it right? Fuck it. I might as well just say who it actually is. YouTube Badasters is here. God knows who else is lurking around this motherfucker, because you know there's some other people just lurking in the background here. What's up, Josh? How you doing, dude? I got Don't Hate Create. I got all these motherfuckers around here. Shit. No, actually, right now I have two of them, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, the scary part is you can't even tell that these people actually hate you or not. Oh, not you, lurking wise, Josh, because I know if Josh shows up, Josh will just plain out come out and chat and say, yo, what's up, and everything else, because that's how. But yeah, who knows who else is actually just lurking out there? Nicole's going to be so mad she missed all this. You know she's going to be mad too. Hmm? Hold on, props. Wait, what did I do? I'm not touching that one with a stick. No, sir. No, sir, I am not. Mm. No, no. Uh, no, I did say don't hate create was here. I took a drink from my tea, my sweet tea, and as soon as I took the drink, I was like, don't hate create's here. I got respect all for all y'all motherfuckers. I guess she's still asleep. She's gonna be so mad. I got Peggy here, Diana's here, I got Fishy here, I got the toxic reader here. What does he call himself? Shibby. Sure, go for it. We can do a Q&A. When have I ever not answered questions? What excuses? What are you talking about? Huh? I'm so lost. I was about to. That's not an excuse. I said I took a drink from my sweet tea, and then I saw Fishy post, and I was like, "Don't hate creates here." Uh, what's up, Hooja? How you doing, my boy? How you doing? My toupee, dude. I wish it was a toupee. This shit don't stop fucking growing. I gotta remind myself I gotta cut my shit before I get out of here too. Ugh. Charles don't need to run from anything, homie. You tell me to be somewhere and you want me to go live, Charles. I'm there. I'm always there. I don't understand what any of it means because honestly, Diana explained it, and oh lordy, don't ever do that. Just wow, just don't. Wait, what question? How did I ignore a question? Hold on, checking. Dude, I'm not even gonna say any issues or whatever. I'm looking for a question. I'm not seeing a question. Have I ever met Rockets? No. I was supposed to, but it never actually occurred. I've told everybody this is plain out and simple. I've never met anybody from YouTube in real life, as far as Delphi is concerned. Not once. There was a point where we were talking about going to visit a serial killer in, I think it was Homestead. But yeah, I've never met anybody from Delphi. That's literally the God honest truth. Not anybody. Not a single person. Wait, what was Diana's question? If I was going to do the live, I already said yes, like 5 times. What are you talking about? Hold on, let me scroll back. Hold on. No, no, no. Wait, what? No, that's not a question. Hold on. There was no question. What do you mean question? The only question she said was what? What question? I already said yes like 6 times now. Oh, the last thing anybody wants to hear is the excessive members mutual forum. Do I have to keep answering the same question for the 7th time? I don't run in fear from nobody. Okay? Do I need to tell you 8th time? My name is Charles. I don't run from life. I be on life. If you need a nighttime, yeah, we're on for Friday. And who's at it? I don't leave until the 14th to talk about me. And yes, I fully intend to fucking badger Diana and make her go live. That's a fact. And I'm thinking about tracking down Fishy too while I'm at it for shits and giggles. My mind is clear. I don't need my mind to be clear. Well, actually, that's one of my skills. Anybody that sits here and listens to me, I had people that literally would just call me on the phone to talk to me, so they'd fall asleep. I mean, or better yet, any question that you think I'm not telling the truth on, I could probably just get the whole source that we're talking about in the first place to possibly just randomly show up and just sit there and go confirm what I said. So hold on. What about Mr. Bo? Miss Bo? What about her? You know what? For one, I thought there was a peace treaty for one, and why are we talking about these people again that are nothing? You know nothing. Hold on, hold on. Have I ever what the hell? Like the what? With the bitch. What's that? Wait, what is it? Flick the can you speak English? You mean by have you ever flicked the lighter with the bitch on a Zoom? Which who is the? I'm not. Who are you referring to? Neither. I don't do uppers. Have you been paying attention? Really? Have I ever on Zoom? I've once again never talked to anybody in the Delphi community on Zoom. For one. For two, I've never had a one-on-one video or anything like that in regards to Bossy. Trying to think to myself, did I even talk to her verbally on like a Discord thing or something? In a group chat, it's the closest they're gonna get. No, none of those things happen. Me and Bossy, that's like water and oil. We don't get along. Really, never have. There was a short amount of time where I had a small group that I called the Charlie's Angels, just to annoy the shit out of them. And even them, I didn't have the conversations like that with them. I mean, you don't have to believe me. There's one sitting right here that you can just ask. But well, see, y'all asked me which one I prefer. Sadly, I don't like uppers. I don't do uppers. Now, as far as criminal like type things, oh, that's a whole different question. So you got to ask the right questions. No, I mean there was never any one-on-one verbal conversations with Bossy um, at all. Not with me. Now typing, oh sure, I've typed with like everybody damn near. That includes Noe, that includes Prop. And then, yes, we're all talking about Discord, mind you. Do you rate dicks? Like, oh, that's the question for Shibby. Basically, I already offered to send you a dick pic, dog. After you asked me and begged me for years, I finally offered, and you said you got all shy on me and you told me no. Yeah, you're asking the wrong people questions here, man. Let's mess with people here. Yeah. Oh, that's it. There's the excuses. What were y'all saying about me using excuses? That's the biggest excuse I've ever. I had her in Paradox asking me both for dick pics at the same time. That's God honest truth. And at the same time, Paradox was asking me for feet pics too. May God strike me down if I'm lying about anything I just now said. It's a fact. Well, y'all need to ask better questions, man, because these are the funny questions, but fucked up and funny, but it's all true. Hey, don't look at me. Am I lying or am I not? Come on, Fishy. Everybody wants to know: am I lying or not? Was there in fact a spot in a Discord where you and Sir Paradox heard I was drinking alcoholic beverages, and this was a rare occurrence, and in the process of me doing so, asked me for feet pics and dick pics. Did this or did this not occur? That is the question. What about them? Hey, what do you consider inappropriate? Are you implying that I'm some sort of creepy person or something like that? Because I can tell you flat out, hmm, I'm probably the most innocent one of the people. How do I put this the right way? I think I should take the fifth on that one. I've had a lot of, yeah, I'm going to shut up. So, yeah. Hmm. Hey, I'm lovable. What do you expect? And I'm not even singling anybody out. I've had some weird, fucked up conversations with all kinds of people. You should hear me and Paradox talk. Oh my God. Paradox is the best one at talking dirty. Oh, I'm not a creep, my friend. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is just silly. This is just silly. Share those conversations. That's not a question. I thought we were doing questions. It's Q&A. Oh no! Trust me, I've got not a bit of fucking things to worry about in regards to that subject concern. if I'm so willing and so open, you may think that something's wrong with me. I've been awake too long. I've been this. I've been that. No, it's literally that I remember every single detail. The truth would shock the fuck out of everybody. And the person walking out happily in his own, okay, but now would be me. See, it's sad because I'm a man that y'all think first that I'm based. Silly, silly, silly. I did stop it. I gave no answers. I'm not talking about anyone in general. I am a open opportunity slut, mind you. Oh, I've never showed anything of my body parts to the people that I've mentioned thus far. FYI. Hold on, I couldn't read what he was asked. Oh, don't worry, Peggy. It's already. It's see, discrimination is a sad, sad thing, guys. No, fucking Peggy didn't send me any nudes. Like, what the fuck, bro? Lame. If anybody actually needs to check, obviously, I'm having a sense of humor and being sarcastic. Hmm. Marvel or DC? No. Y'all make no sense. Nobody gets Charles's nudes. No, actually, Jinx is like a sister, or Lace was like a sister. That's scary shit. Nope, not doing it. Like I said, she's like a sister to me. And with the sister, you get along with them real well sometimes, and other times you just hate each other. The sad thing is, guys, you couldn't handle the truth. You obviously don't know my sisters in real life. Did I just read that Noe got pictures, like dick pics from Green now? I'm told nothing but the truth thus far. Hold up. Who is, hold on. Who is best at artificial intelligence and making videos with voices and documents and such? Well, okay. Technically, I don't mind answering the question, but there's a little problem with the question you're asking me right now. Like, I don't know who's actually in the troll farm, so it's a little bit weird. So, I mean, technically, I could just answer your question and say I just don't know, but 'cause I don't really know who's in the troll farm at the moment. Why do you keep asking me questions I already gave you the answers to? Skill wise, well, okay, they don't do voices. Who does voices? Me. I'm the one who does voices. Yeah, y'all make no sense because I'm the best. Probably, yeah, I'm definitely the best fucking troll farmer when it comes to weird voices and whatever all that stuff. That's definitely. As regards like video quality and everything else, well, yeah, let's say Ashley Schaefer, but Ashley doesn't do voices, so that's where you threw me off. So, like I said, ask better questions, I guess. Is it the Unhinged too? They're like, but they're like a music thing, but they kind of do voices too. So, well, it's not my fault. He said who does the best voices in this and that and the other. That's a retired troll part. That's the known fact. As far as I know, that's me. That's not a question. Oh, something you don't already know. Hmm. There's something you don't already know. My middle name is Robert. There you go. Aren't you happy? I told you all something amazing you didn't know. Well, you asked me to answer to tell you something you didn't already know. I told you. It's not my fault that you'll need to learn how to ask better questions. I'm don't think I've backed away from any question that's ever been given to me. I've told you straight up through and through the actual answer to your questions. And as I said, nobody in the troll farm can do like Eric Cartman or um, Pickle Me Elmo, Kermit the Frog. You know, literally, I'm the voice guy. Do I know any Odins? What's an Odins? Are you talking about like an Odinist? Yes, yes, I do. That is in fact true. What the fuck is an Odins? I have a few cousins that are actually, I wouldn't call them Finlanders, but they damn sure near, they do, in fact, which, once again, I've said this before, and I've actually met Patrick Westfall in real life too. I wouldn't call him a YouTuber, so I didn't include him on that list or whatever. You'd be amazed. I mean, if I have an answer, I'll try to answer it. That's what I'm saying, Josh. Why are they making such a big deal? I mean, believe it or not, my uncle Gene was a grand dragon in the fucking KKK. What you gotta say? You know, I don't care what people think of me. I've been honest since fucking day one. Do my not the answers coming out of my mouth, but you need to start asking some better questions, home slice. That does not say a word. What did I do with them? Which time? Last time I slapped the shit out of him. Any other questions? Never sucked one, so I mean, seriously, I could think of so much better questions. These are all common knowledge. Common knowledge. Oh, I wasn't talking to you, Shippy. No, I didn't say I beat up Patrick Westfall. I'm not a bully type person or whatever. He did something to get himself slapped. And yeah, I slapped the shit out of that motherfucker. Do I even need to reinterpret and re-tell y'all the fact that the, the link between Florida and fucking Indiana? Oh lord! Like I said, y'all ask the worst questions. Worst fucking questions. What conversation, Busy? Hmm? I'm glad you're catching up with the rest of the class. You know there are several biking events down here that the Vinlanders do actually attend, right? Have I ever met with a TK? I've never met TK. Period. Never had to. Hey, like I said, you asked me to be honest about answers and this, that, and the other. I'm just giving you the answers to the questions you want the answers to. Isn't it red? I thought it was red. I might be wrong, but I thought it was red. Hey, does this mean hmm, since I've so happily answered every question with the actual answer? Oh, I got a great idea. Does that mean on Friday I get to play my turn next, and I get to ask y'all guys questions? How about that? No, Charles is not Troll Patrol or Troll Farm or any of that stuff. Do I know any of the victims' families? Yes, I do. I mean, technically, Greeno is related to Libby, so I mean, come on, guys, do better. Come on, ask better questions. Seriously. I've literally been on a show with fucking Greeno, and Greeno is technically by marriage related to fucking Libby's family. So I mean, come on, guys. Becky, Anna Williams, Mike. I mean, I wouldn't really say I know them. Like I said, certain people can send me emails and stuff like that. This other stuff. Period. I mean, if you count that as knowing somebody, I guess. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Any other questions? Might have been included to 0 to make you feel special. Like I said, you guys, I want everybody present on Friday because I'm going to show you how this game gets played, y'all. Let's see how quickly they run away from my questions. How many did I skip? None. I'm pretty sure I just said 30 all the way to freaking 0. And I hope y'all know it's not Charles is going to be asking their questions, guys. It's going to be Evil asking the questions on Friday. I don't know. You're the one that came up with the idea. You're supposed to come up with the time. And you and Diana, have a good day, Josh. Because you'll be firing blanks, dog. I drop nukes. Well, I mean, I don't know what they're trying to get at or something like that. I'm just answering every question with a actual honest answer. It's like people that call me up saying I didn't talk to this person or I didn't talk to this person. I Well, I got their phone numbers and stuff still saved in my phone, so that kind of makes you look a little bit. So really, don't get mad because my stories are better than yours, home slice. You've isolated yourself into a small corner of the fucking community. I've been here. How long y'all been around? Nobody came around and after spending time in a jail cell with fucking Kegan Klein of all people. But last time I checked, that'd have been what 2019, 2020 or some shit. Pretty sure, correct? I was here for damn near almost 4 years before you even got to the jail cell, home slice. And we know Prof showed up after that. No offense to both of y'all. I mean, like I said, and in regards to the other things I've already clearly mentioned before this, it don't take a genius to go right to Reddit and stuff and type word for word what I've been saying. And the verification's sitting right there. Verification. You can ask all the questions you want. You may not like the answers that you get, but you know what? They're the truth. I can't. I mean, you would be amazed of the random people I can magically have appear at a moment's notice and just confirm it. The people that you yourself. Yeah. Yeah, so do I. I got like less than 2 hours. Ugh, man. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not going to be shamed because no matter what it is, no matter what it pertains to, at the end of the day, anything that I've been personally involved with, I can walk out of my head with the instance, walk out with my head held high, no problem. From every single point of my life. Hmm. No, I dropped my phone. Oh, you guys just wait. I swear to man, I'm gonna just ask you the world's fucking nastiest, toughest fucking questions, specifically invented and corroborated, meant just for each of you. You activated the evil upon yourself. Be safe, Noe. Have a good day. Probably gonna go ahead and end this soon or whatever. I think Peggy's probably mad at me. I'm not sure why, but she probably yelled at me about something. I'm not even sure what I did this time, but yeah. Between now and Friday, you guys get all this time, extra time and stuff. You can come up with more questions. Isn't that awesome, guys? I think that's fucking awesome. That's just a great thing. Like I said, like I said, I'm gonna show you how this game gets played. I hate to end the live, but there's like 20 something people here. I mean, it's not often where I can just like rub it in Chibi's face how like much cooler I am. No, just fucking with you. See, y'all would have cool stories and shit like that, like I have. You gotta get yourselves a better what's that word? Not a fixture, but what is that shit called? I think it's freaking P. It's one of those people that like takes your regular stories and totally makes them sound badass. Um, Production? No. Um, Damn it, what's that word? Oh, the people that make you look really good and shit for regular stuff that you do and stuff like that. One of those people. Publicist? Maybe? I'm not sure. Something like that. But don't get mad at me because I got the cool stories. I mean, for the life of me, how do I say this in the nicest way possible? If we're talking about negative connotations, if we lined up all three of us, who do you think's gonna have the outstanding amount of like crazy fucked up shit like attached to them? Honestly, I'm kind of innocent. I need to get better on this whole being an asshole kind of thing because it's like everybody else in this situation is like, I'll never be greatly or something. Shit. Ooh, ooh. Can I ask one question now? Or no, I should probably wait till Friday. Oh God, I can't wait. This is gonna be so much fun. This is gonna be so much fun. I hope we have a massive crowd. It's gonna be great. Oh, hold on, Diana. I'm gonna like hit you up as soon as I end this live, and I'm gonna like, hey, check it out. This is some of the questions I'm gonna ask you on Friday, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, like yeah, wait till the people hear this. What? Yeah, and don't lie, guys, or you'll get sanctioned. Now, everybody have a great day. Be safe. Don't get hurt. Rest up if you needed to, and
Yokely dokely, have a great old day, you guys. Yeah, get her done. Toodles! Love y'all.